Oh, let's have a look at your images here. So, okay, your first one in low light, and this looks like some serious low light. It almost looks like it's really, really dark outside with just a touch of light out there. So yeah, you were definitely stretching your camera quite a bit. And for 32, there's not 3200. There's not a ton of grain, which I am impressed by, but I can still see a bit of it there. And I love this. I love her face, and I especially love the reflection that you can see in the glass. It's darling. And that's what I would love the most about it. That is what I love the most about it. If I could say anything, I would say that I wouldn't have waited this long to have shot it. I maybe would have done it just a little bit so that there was a little bit more light in there. But it's still a great shot. I would love to see this in black and white as well. I think it would look incredible. And it would sort of change it to dramatic light, I think, if you did it in black and white. But great job. Next shot here, the backlit one. I like this one too. This is really sweet. I like that you can see all the definition in her hair, and she has a sweet look on her face. If I were to say anything here, I would say because it's a bit more with this side light coming in here on the right, I would have liked to have seen. I would have liked to have seen it more that her back was more to the light than to the side, if that makes any sense. Just for the sake of really getting that backlight on her. I think you're still getting some of it. But I would have liked to have seen that a little bit more. And it's a little bit hazy, which I think is beautiful. But yeah, I think if I could have said so, I would have had that real more direct backlight, literally to the back of her. But yeah, great shot. And then this last one is great too. She's so cute. I'm assuming she's your daughter, or at least someone you know really well. You've shot her a couple times. Really, really sweet. Again, and I love her face. I love, I love the whole look of it. I think that my only criticism here is that if you would have maybe, so like I'm looking at her directly with my camera, if you would have gone just a touch more to the right, like moved your body with your camera, I think you really could have nailed the flare, whereas this is a little bit more of like a flare haze. I think that if you would have had it a little bit, because with flare, in my opinion, Summer may feel different about it, but in my opinion, when you're doing flare, you kind of do this like little flare weave. I call it the flare weave, where you have your subject in front of you, and you sort of weave in between that the sun directly at you and the sun sort of on the back of your client, or however you've positioned them. So I think if you'd maybe done that little bob and weave, that you might have gotten that more strong flare versus this kind of flary haze, which is still pretty, but it helps if you hit that just right, and it does take a lot of shots. You have to do it a lot. Then she would have been just a little bit more defined, whereas you can see more of that kind of haze over her. But it's really great, and I actually prefer it in color versus the black and white. But really great shots, really good. You fit it all well, so good job. Thanks, Michelle, or Erin. Thank you.